In this video, we're going to graph a parabola with its vertex not at the origin. It says, graph the following parabola by moving the vertex and an endpoint of the lattice rectum. And it says x minus 2 squared is equal to negative 12 y minus 3. So we want to notice that this is basically x squared equals 4py. So we're looking at a parabola either opening upwards or downwards. And they already have this graph correctly for us here, so all I'm going to do is show you how to find the vertex and then also the endpoints for the lattice rectum. So let's write this equation in general form. It would be x minus h squared equal to 4p y minus k. So the vertex would be h comma k, which is, if I pull h out of this equation, that'd be 2, comma, pull 3 out, that'd be 2 comma 3. Let's rewrite that, 2 comma 3. And you can see that this is the vertex in the equation, or on the graph. And then we're going to find the foci. So the foci we can find because this is either a upward facing or downward facing parabola, the foci, the y value of the foci is changing. So we're going to say that the foci, the general form will be h comma, and then it would be k plus p. So from the beginning we said h is 2, k was 3, and then we can say that negative 12 is equal to 4p from the formula here. So let's divide by 4 on each side, and we get negative 3 is p. So then when I find the foci, I can say that this is really h, which is 2, and then k is 3 plus negative 3. So my foci would be 2 comma 0. So if I go to 2, 0, that would be right here, and this is the foci. So now I need to figure out what my lattice rectum equation is. So the lattice rectum equation for this is going to be equal to y is equal to whatever the y value is for my foci. So it's going to be y equals technically h for this graph, and that'd be y is equal to 2. So we have this horizontal line that goes right here, and it's called the lattice rectum. Now I need to find the endpoints. How do I find the endpoints? Well, I take the y equals 2 and I plug it back into the equation. And so we have x minus 2 squared is equal to negative 12. And I plug in y equal 2, so I have 2 minus 3 here. When I multiply these together, that's negative 1 times negative 12, that's positive 12. So I get x minus 2 squared equals positive 12. If I do the square root on each side, see, I've got something wrong here. Oh, my bad. I did this in the last problem too. I took the x value. I really want to take the y value of the foci. So this should not be y equals 2, and it should not be y equals h. The lattice rectum would be y equals this value over here for the foci, the y value. So we can say that the y value is going to equal the k value plus p, which would equal k 3 minus 3, which is 0. So I drew the lattice rectum in the right spot. That's at y equals 0, but it's kind of stupidly, it should have been a y equals 2 based on my incorrect information. So this is correct now. Y equals 0 is the lattice rectum. That's right here. It goes through the foci. I should have plugged in 0 here into this equation. And then that would give me negative 12 times negative 3 here, which will give me x minus 2 squared equals 36. I'll do the square root on each side. So I have x minus 2 is equal to plus and minus 6. Add the 2, I get x is equal to 2 plus and minus 6. So my endpoints would be 2 plus 6, which is 8, comma, the y value, which is 0, and 2 minus 6, which would be negative 4, comma, 0. And if you go and mark those on the graph, 8, 0 would be right here, and negative 4, 0 would be right here. So you see that we have the two endpoints for the lattice rectum.